Hey, it's AP Experiment. Welcome back to XDefiant. Another game, another ranked video, and the re-beginning of the climb. Um, for the first time, I actually experienced the glitch where you complete a match and you get no RP for it. Um, it was actually very disheartening because the game in which it happened, I had actually had a pretty decent game. At least by my standards, I had really completed the game very well, played very decently, and in the end ended up getting no RP for it. As soon as I saw the glitch come up, I immediately stopped playing just because I didn't want to do too many games with the glitch intact. I still don't know what the developers. I know that the developers are aware of the glitch and they have said that they are trying to figure out how to address it and patch it. But until they figure that out, I am going to be kind of going in and out of ranked. And whenever I do encounter the glitch, I will be stopping. Again, we have many days for the season. So I know that I will have time to do my whole grind. I'm not exactly worried about that. That's not at all what I'm worried about. And I know that I will be able to figure out, what I want to do on that, aspect. But for the moment, I do not want to do too many games. I don't know if they will be retroactively sending out the RP, which I believe I know that they can do. Obviously, from how they handled the entire XP aspect of the levels for the weapons, but I don't know if they will do the same with the RP for the ranked. So I don't want to do too many games where I'm getting 0 RP in the event that they do not actually retroactively send out the RP, and I still have to do the grind, or I still have to continue the grind anyway. So every time I get to that point in my grinding phase and I get that 0 RP notification, I will be pretty much stopping my grind right there for the day and probably continuing the next day after. Again, I'm being very understanding. The development team are people just like me and you. They have, they are aware of these struggles and many of the others, hitches inside of the game, and they are trying their very best to give us the very best product that they can. So I'm very understanding of that. This was a very smooth game for me, actually. I think there was a lot. It's just like the team cohesiveness was very nice. So I didn't really have to do too much as far as trying to hold kills. Luckily, the team was very objective based, which was good. So it was very simple. It was just get A, get B, hold A, hold B. I didn't do too crazy as far as kills. I was pretty much getting tortured as normal, but my normal essence of being able to try to hold the objective or capture the objective was very effective. As per usual in any game that I'm in, I had the highest objective score, which is very, very common for me. It's very much what I've come to be used to. Again, I'm very much a quote-unquote crash out when it comes to the objective. I will just push for the objective and push for the objective until I get it. It's just my thing. I did go back to the Hijacks faction specifically for this match, and I've realized that I haven't seen a lot of people use the Libertad faction inside of these ranked games, so I might actually try to switch to that. Since I do already run EMPs on my classes, I don't exactly need to run the hijacked, even though it is a very effective ability. I could run the Libertad and try to do healing and support for my teams. I haven't seen a lot of people actually really play the more supportive faction, which is actually a surprise since it was very much a highly selected class that I had seen toward the beginning of the preseason. I thought it would actually really carry over toward the objective. So, but maybe it's really just the fact that a lot of people really do play to themselves using the Libertad faction, especially the Beta boost. A lot of people really use it to extend out their streaks and stuff like that. So it's more of something, as well as the fact that I had heard that it had gotten heavily nerfed. So it wasn't as quote-unquote OP as it was in the beginning, and that deterred a lot of people who were interested in the first place. Me, however, who really does like to play a more supportive role on teams, it's still perfect for me. It's still very useful. It's still very much something that I'm looking into. Um, I am still very excited to, use it to make it to my benefit. Um, but yeah, I'm normally a very supportive player. But even beyond XDefiant, I've always been a supportive player. If you've seen any of my videos as far as Apex, I've always liked Newcastle because of his supportive nature as far as Apex Legends goes. In more recent games, in the recently released game First Descendant, I am actually working to get Eugen because Eugen is one of the only healer characters in that. We had actually a very solid lead at half. We were up almost about 100 points, but I'm very happy that the team didn't really let off the gas. They remained very diligent on trying to make sure that they got the objectives. Those who were trying to get their kills were pushing up. It seemed like me and one other teammate were very focused on getting the objectives, which I was very happy about. Again, it's not very often, at least in these recent matches that I've been in, that I've run into a lot of people who are actually really focused on the objective. It seems like I've run into a lot more people who are still focused majorly on kills, which still to me doesn't make sense. I'm also slightly disappointed. I do understand that the ranked game modes were already pretty much preset, but I was hoping that since they did add the capture the flag, that it would at least get some sort of like trial period inside of the ranked, and maybe possibly toward the middle of the season we might get that. Again, the development team is very good at trying to give the people what they want, but then again, capture the flag has never been a very popular game mode. As far as a lot of FPS games, people really try to underrate it or sweep it under the rug as if it's not a very tactical game mode with a lot of team play. But personally, as someone who really loves objective game modes, which is the main reason why I love this game, I believe it's very underrated, as it really does cause a lot of team play. And since capture the flag is in the game, it always leaves hope that there might possibly be some sort of quote unquote spike ball or like type of game mode where you would have a goal and you'd have to get a ball and score on the opposite team's goal. Those type of game modes are very much arcadey to me. Those are definitely not objective game modes that I believe that would land in ranked, but they are definitely game modes that I think are very, very fun and very, very lively as far as play as far as gameplay wise. So let's hope something I hope comes sometime during the lifespan of XDefiant, as they do plan it to be a long-living game. I would love to see them tamper around with that type of gameplay, just to see what they would come up with personally. They did say that Bomb is coming at some point. They did not yet give a timeline for it, but I can't wait to see it. And I know that that game mode, especially a one life game mode, most definitely is probably going to end up in the ranked. So I can't wait to see something like that. Obviously, me, a person who is still currently struggling to get my kills to death ratio pretty much solid, I'm definitely gonna have to get a lot more focused for a game mode like that, because those are game modes where a lot of kill happy playstyle players normally do thrive, as well as it definitely at times can have lots of toxicity in it. A lot of people very much, just talking crazy to one another. Some from a competitive standpoint, others just because they have nothing better to do and they really would rather just try to verbally punch on, the other team. Others just because they just like to talk too much. But as you can see, we got a smooth win there, which is pretty crazy because it was very smooth overall. I really love the winner of the game thing, but as you can see there, I got the most zone captures, which I'm very happy about. I'm very happy I could help out my team in that manner. I should have checked the overall score though.